Good evening, everybody. How are you? Hello, good morning, and good afternoon. Hope you like my new look. I've spent a day basically redesigning my little Twitch layouts, and we've got some Capagens. So do make use of the chat right now by using some commands. Like in this case, it's exclamation Capagen, and you can do some stuff. So what we'll do, if we are excited about something, we can actually interact. So then we can do like 2 levels of Capagen explosions, and it will just come up like this. So yeah, just to add some fun to it. Yeah, thank you very much, Martin from Stum. Sorry I missed the SDN cast tonight. I had some family responsibilities to take care of. But yeah, and I hope you enjoyed your stream. Do check out Martin from Stum's SDN cast Thursdays. It's our weekly podcast. And he just rated me with 2 viewers. Thank you very much, Martin. Do also check out his stream every Tuesday, all about office development. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am to try out .NET Core 3. I've been dying the whole day just to install it, but I thought myself, I'm gonna hold up, wait for a stream, and do it with you guys. So hopefully we can all learn together. So let's get started. So let's get some music playing. Let's get some the groove on. Playing Beautiful World by Blazor, I think. I know I've asked it before. How is everyone doing? Please say hello in the chat when you have a sec. Also, yeah, ask questions, and then the stream is not planned, so it's like really like informal. And yeah, do ask questions. We can also pair program Google to get your questions answered. So today on the stream, I was thinking of actually doing kind of a rundown on what we've done so far on our website. So because this past 3 or so episodes, I've been focusing on revamping our SDN cast website to Blazor. Also upgrading it to .NET Core 3.0, the Preview 7 release. And last week, Preview 8, I believe, was launched. Let me just see. Preview 8. I think that was launched 2 days ago. No, can you believe that? So do check out, I'll actually put this in the link, so guys can have a look at what is actually contained in this. We'll actually go through it. Well, why don't we just go through it quickly? So yeah, so this is a post by Richard Lander. One thing to do note, that I don't think that all the features that we've hoped on Blazor would be in there. But let's see. September they're launching .NET Core 3, and that includes Blazor. So that means whatever you're using now in production of Blazor is supported, which is a cool thing, I would say. Yeah, they will say again, Preview 8 is also supported by Microsoft, etc. So I think the first thing we'll do is download this little puppy. Let me see. So we have 64-bit machine. Oh, let me just fix my camera there, but tilt it a bit like that. There we go. Otherwise that thing is in the way. Why isn't this thing downloading a zip file now? It's not supposed to happen. Oh, there's the installer. It was supposed to install or download the installer. Now I'm loading the zip file. I've also changed some cameras. So I've got like 2 cameras. That one. And I've got that one. The first one is a bit wonky. It's an old camera that I've got in my drawer somewhere. So in any case, just waiting for this thing to download, then we can start playing around or upgrading our site. Maybe there's some bugs that we need to sort out. So, but in the meanwhile, while this is installing, how about you tell me how your day was? Technically you can. Do you like my new layout of my website or my stream? I think it's a bit more simpler. I took out the chat because I think that's a bit clunky. Much more screen real estate to look by, I would say. Let's just change this music. I think it's a bit horrible. Also, if you guys have any music requests, not specific song requests because I'm not a DJ, if you can give me like a genre, I can actually have Pretzel open here. You can you have rock, upbeat, EDM. Well, let's play some chill sounds. I think that should be fine, or maybe some ambient sound. Dum dum dum. That's better. Hopefully that will be. In any case, let's see how this goes. So now I've installed .NET Core. Open up our Visual Studio. And I've got some feedback for the guys that see the white elephant in the room, pardon the pun. I have switched to the dark theme because I think it's easier on the eyes. Where is this? I think EDM maybe. There we go. Okay, so we've got another version of Visual Studio that we need to install, but I don't think I'm going to be installing that right now. Let me see. Okay, will this? I think the first thing to do is just to look for preview, because last time this was unticked under preview features. Just make sure this is ticked if you're working with preview releases. Yeah, let's actually start off with a demo, like a recap of last time. If you go to sdncastpreview.azurewebsites.net, you can, if it's loaded correctly, come. What's happening? Probably waking up the site now. Is that even the correct address? I believe it is. SDNcast preview. Why is it taking so long now? There we go. Now it's started up. Now this is a mock video, but this is all running in Blazor. So we've got kind of our about page running, and our home page is kind of almost there. I think on the agenda today we will be able to upgrade first, see what broke, maybe make some code changes and commit that, and then barring on time we can finish the home page, I would say. Maybe get a real list of actual footages and in here, and then we see how the time takes us. Okay, so we have Blazor. I have no idea if there will be any updates. Not substantial updates, so don't think we should update any NuGet packages. So let's see. Alt Control Delete. Alright, there's already some problems. Typo namespace. Layouts does not exist in namespace components, or you're missing a reference. Okay, that's very vague. Does not exist in namespace components. Okay. Layouts. Where? Okay. That's a bit vague. So maybe let's Google it again. .NET Core Preview 8 release notes. Then we can see what is actually happening in the releases. Okay, so this was 2 days ago. Release notes, maybe. Alright, so let's see. Notable changes, features. I don't think that here we go. This is cool by Surub. Cool post by Surub. Okay. There goes my Twitch, I believe. Okay, give me 1 second. Where is this problems? Are there any things? There's no specific things here. Imports. Okay, so it's an imports, the problem. Okay, so it's complaining. The type or namespace layouts does not exist in namespace components. That's like really cryptical. What is going on here? Okay, so let me see. Welcome for the person that just joined the chat or the viewing ship, as we are looking for a problem. Just upgraded my Blazor, or my .NET Core rather, to Preview 8, and I'm getting a ton of errors. Layouts. What is this problem here? I have no idea. Just like pops up. The imports, host maybe, or is this maybe a maybe it's a okay, maybe it's a sort of a, I know that initialize, this should be initialize, I think. On initialized, yeah. Maybe that will fix it. Okay, let's see. Runtime helpers does not exist in namespace. Okay, that's very helpful. I have no idea why this is happening. The root view. Okay, clean is successful. The type of namespace layouts does not exist in the namespace comp ASP.NET Core components. Hero banner. Okay, here we go. So hero banner. All right. Where am I using? Okay, so this is interesting because this is loading. What is this loading? Should I include something? I have no idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many errors are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 errors. Imports. Should I? Maybe I should just do this using Microsoft.ASP.NET Core components, maybe? Will that fix it? I have no idea. Still. How about we Google it? Maybe, okay, let's set this public. Public. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, so we still have this problem. The namespace runtime helpers does not exist. So let's maybe copy this. I have no idea why this can be a problem. Yeah. Okay, install if you're using Windows, latest Visual Studio. Maybe should I do that? You think that's the problem? Maybe we should do that. At this stage, I will do anything to make this work because I have no clue. Hopefully it's not a big update. Okay, 145 megs. That doesn't really matter. Let's see. I've got one viewer that's currently viewing. How are you? Reach out to me in the chat if you want to have questions on what we're doing. I'd like to engage. Okay, so that's done. Do we still have a problem? That's the other question. Well, it's one thing to find out. Just hit build. Still the same problem. Well, we've got less errors now, didn't we? Okay, maybe. Okay, this is interesting. Aha, I think they've changed this. Where does this come from? Ooh. Of course, this is this import here. So you've got imports here and imports on pages. Cool, I didn't see that. You've got two imports. Right, so is this a namespace change? I don't know. Let's just take it out then. It's not needed. Okay, we've got some warnings. What is the warnings all about? To be public. Alright, let's just make them public. Oh, let's use my trick. Alt. Public. Actually, copy it. It would be nice to have a Roslyn analyzer that says, okay, fix this now. That would be cool. Boom. I'm gonna just rebuild to see. Child content. Okay, that takes out. Runtime helpers. I have no idea why that's still an error. Okay, so if we run this, apparently the reload feature has been fixed. So if I, for instance, let's do a .NET Watch again. Oh. Go to our dev. I think it's SDNcast. Source. SDNcast. What's in here? SDNcast, and then we .NET Watch. Run. Oh, okay, probably because it's running already. Okay, so boom. Let's change a file. This will reload in a sec. Okay, there we go. We want to go there. Oh, shutting down. What? Not what we want. Put that there, maybe this one here. Grab one thing, put it there. Okay, paste. Okay, so we've got that, right? So that is cool. So now let's say we are making changes. It's attempting to reconnect. We can go retry. Nothing's happening, but it also has this reload link. And it just reloads instead of, well, I guess it's just an F5, right? So, which is okay. Alright, so cool. We've upgraded to, I think, the new SDK. Didn't really change anything. Upgraded to Preview 8 of Netcore SDK. If you just joined us, welcome very much. Is that even English? Welcome. I could even give you like a emote storm. Welcome, joining us. Nice. Okay. So what do we have here? I also like to open up the previous version that we have running. Hey, NL169. How are you doing? Thank you very much for watching the stream again. Nice to see you. Great. Okay, so we have this old version. And what it's doing at homepage. So now let's quickly reverse again and go back to the homepage. We have injected this show service to get the link. Let's see. Going back to home, we are using the live show details. So that's for the banner. Because previously we've made this hero banner that we create and then we just pass context to it. So I think the next thing to do is to actually expand this code a bit to use a show service. Okay, so let's see. The show service and app settings and object mapper we have already. We have object mapper and a show service or detail service. We need options and okay. So we'll take that one. First of all, let's copy it, right? Let's first copy it. I hope you guys can hear me okay, because I can hear myself fine. If you cannot hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, just throw up an emote and you will see it go up into the sky. If you're not on Twitch, sorry, hit me a chat. I think if you're on YouTube or something, some other platform, you can still do an emote, like an emoji, and it will still do that's actually a good test. How about if you are viewing this on a channel that is not Twitch, something like YouTube or a Periscope even, just comment like a smiley face. It will create an emoji of a chat, I hope, and then hopefully that will create an emote animation. So maybe that's something for you guys to figure out. So we have show service. Steal from this. Oh, that's good. Like claims, principles and stuff. Hopefully that won't break my stuff. This is under services. Okay, now I have to be create a new class, Control Shift A. That's cool. And then let's say I show service. Hit that in there. We need a show list. Show list. Where is the show list? Well, I can most probably F12 there, right? So in services as well. Oh, that's cool. So we'll do is we'll just hit that in there, control dot on the actual name, and we move it to a separate file. Ooh, that is not what we want. Actually, in services, we'll just change my namespace. Okay. Right, so show list has show. This is quite annoying. We will refactor this later. So we have got some models. Let's copy that out. Do I need to go to models now to create a new class? Should I rename this to model? I think let's conform. I'll just, I don't know, let's for now leave it like it is and then we'll refactor. I'm very eager always to jump into refactorings and make it happen, you know? Right, so now here I've got to change a few things. I need to get... Okay, so these things are working. Great. So take this Alt F4 to solve it. Thank you, Nimbot TV. Welcome. Alt F4 to solve it. What will Alt F4 do? Alt F4. Okay, what? Will that close it? That will close my window, right? Yeah, buggers. Got me there, didn't think. It's meant to close the whole PC. No, I don't think it will close the whole PC. I think it will close only the window. But thanks for trying though. Don't know why I want to close the whole PC while I'm busy streaming awesome streams here. Thank you very much for actually reaching out. Yeah, that's true. I fell for it. I'll give you a emote. How's that? Okay, so now so Nimbot TV, do you do .NET? What is please let me know, what is your favorite program language? Are you a .NET guy or Java guy? Or JavaScript, dare I say. Okay, we've got show. This won't compile though. Okay, so I need claims principal, so this probably, hopefully this is Minecraft. No, that's interesting. I always say I don't play games, I make them. Never played Minecraft before, but it looks interesting. Let's add that. Rebuild again. Okay. Do you have a chat or like a live stream or something about it? And I'll be happy to join in later on. I'll show. Let me see. Show is not here, so why does this not? What was here? Why is it complaining about show now? That's weird. Okay, that's gonna be a bit annoying if I have to do this the whole time. Ooh. Cast models. Why isn't this even updating? Minecraft, you mean? You stream Minecraft on Twitch, I believe? Okay, this thing is working now. Just trying to... Okay, no, that works. Ooh, so you're a hardcore gamer. Nice. You should start streaming those games. Streaming is fun. Okay, so now what do we have left to do here? Yeah, see, there goes your emote. Give me emotes, you will see them up in the sky. Okay, so I need to inject this guy. Also, if you do lots of emotes will go up in the sky, so I dare you not to do it. Rather not do it. One of NL169 is still in the chat. If you are, give me a wave and help me to get this thing rolling. Yeah, there we go. That's a very creative emote. Thank you very much, NL169, for that one. I should start getting myself a sort of what do you call it? A target for the stream, and then we'll see how many creative things that we can do in the stream, and then we can have interactions, and then maybe I'll do like Jeff and dye my face blue or something. He did that to his hair, which is quite cool. Do watch his stream, Jeff Fritz. He is C# Fritz on Twitch. Very cool. Alright, so now what we'll do, so let's just quickly continue. We'll inject the shows service. Okay, and then we use it how? How do we use this? Blah blah blah, and then this is where we wanna be doing these things. Show service, and we get the user. I wonder even if it's actually before the map. The number TV, what are you coding? So you're asking what programming language I'm coding in. That's C#, based on .NET Core. If you're asking what am I building, well, the long and the short is this website of ours, our weekly Dutch podcast. This is written in ASP.NET Core 2.2 or something, I believe. It's working, but it's not Blazor. And if you do not know what Blazor is, I suggest that you Google it, because it's very cool. It allows you to do end-to-end .NET. .NET on the front end, .NET even on the back end. So you don't have to do JavaScript. You can just go C# like this. So my page, it's all JavaScript, but it behaves like a single page application. And it's also rendered on the server. And there are two ways of hosting a Blazor app. And the two ways are either server-side, and when the changes happens, it diffs the changes that was on the client, and only pushes the changes with Signal R. It's a push technology to the client, and then it will update on the client side. And a different hosting model is completely client side. That means all the assemblies that you compile for the website, for the front end at least, do not. Oh, by the way, if you're doing this client side thing, split up your back end and your front end still, because otherwise all the DLLs will be transported to the client, and you might have some security risks there if someone takes a DLL, because it's still intermediate language, right? So they can still decompile it and see your source code. So you want to limit that if you're using that. So the idea is that your DLL runs in the browser on top of WebAssembly. So Blazor has been implemented on a special .NET runtime that runs on WebAssembly for the client. But if you're not doing that and you want to host server-side like I'm doing now, you don't even need to have a browser with WebAssembly. You can just party like normal. It does that all things on the server side itself. Yes, I'm actually not really building it from scratch. I've already built this from scratch, the previous version. I'm just migrating it now. So basically starting from scratch and Control-C, Control-Ving everything across into the new framework. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so we have app settings should be here on route. So it's a weird place to put it. Is the music okay? Though you guys can really request songs, and then we can maybe listen to something else. So let's create a new class called app settings. Cool, Nimble TV, take care. You need to run. Thank you very much for joining in. Remember to click the follow button if you want to have some notifications if I'm live again. But thank you very much for joining, and have a nice day. See you maybe later. Cool, you followed me ages ago. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Cheers, man. Nimble TV. NL169, is Mono enough for running Blazor on Linux? Now, it depends on if you want to run Linux or Blazor on a client or server side. If the question is client side, then you don't need Mono even. You can just use .NET. .NET Core, the one I'm running now, because it will contain the runtime for Blazor. Because what happens is, when you compile your application, it ships with the special runtime already. Remember, when you open up the page, for the first time, the first thing it does, it downloads the runtime. It needs to get that runtime from somewhere that's fed from your application, or actually it comes from the SDK. And then it wakes up, and then it runs, and then it loads your application domain inside of it, and then it runs it. Nimble TV, I would think I was one of your first followers. That's great. I'm very honored. Thank you. Where was I? Oh yeah. Paste. I was forgetting to paste all the time. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Cut. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Alright, so let's see. We've got all these things set up. Let's declare tab bankruptcy. Go back to our home page. I think I need to also inject something else. app settings, options. Okay, so we need to inject app settings. Ooh. There we go. And does this work? Options? No, it does not work. Okay, so I need to include options somehow. So options is part of the Microsoft extensions options. And I've got a cool trick now, so I can go to the root imports. So how this imports works, I've now realized it. So this imports on this root level, automatically imports these namespaces for everything downwards. And if you want to include more, but only on certain places like pages, you have another imports, and that will add more usings to your root usings. So you don't have to on each page define them, right? So what I'm doing is effectively doing this. Then technically I can, let's maybe move that up to Microsoft ones. I actually want to cut this off, paste this in here, because ASP.NET Core Components. Do I want to make it? This. Let's only have one imports because doesn't matter to have more than one, because this will still compile, right? One less file to worry about, I believe. So what we'll do is we'll kill that one because it's not really needed. I would say we'll just import these things for everyone. If we need it, we'll just put it back. Okay, so there's an about page that we don't need, and then options lights up. Brilliant. We can actually, we can leave system.net there. That's specific to this page. Okay, so now app settings. What do we have? We need to have an app settings variable. Okay, okay, cool. This is not a class. We can actually say app settings is there already. To inject it, set it again, we can just use it, I believe. So you can say dot value, and then the next thing we want is this NL169. Hopefully I've answered your question. You're very quiet now, so just let me know if you need something else. Show service. It would be cool to inject this banner actually instead of doing this. You see, this maps it in there, and then it's used. But we'll see. The thing is, we don't have a user context yet, do we? Um, do I have a request? Pages host. What's in here? So we have okay, so should render mapper, everything is here. NL169 says I have no idea how to code in C# nor Java, so just watching. It's fine to watch. Hopefully I'm entertaining to watch. I can still teach you to code if you really want to code. It's fun, but just remember, it is very addictive to code. I like it, I enjoy it. If you want, we can organize maybe a down to basics how to C#. Maybe an upcoming stream somewhere, then you can come in and I can start from scratch. And I can teach you a hello world application. And then maybe you can get some other viewers to come, and then we can have a 101 C# course, maybe like an hour or so, about how to program in C#. I think that's cool. Now I need to get this user. Let's go back to the documentation. Blazor docs. When in doubt, go to Blazor docs. Now we need to go to authentication. No, that's forms, validation, security and identity. Blah blah blah. Inject authentication state provider. Cool. Okay, so you have that. That is amazing. Another inject. You know, it would be cool if the inject can have multiple because this injects can become quite annoying. How about we do something like inject, just taking this as an example, will that even work? Don't think this will work. You know, isn't it maybe better or have inject something like that? I just feel this is quite annoying. Have inject each time, or even much better, maybe we can do something like inject that, you know, similar to what we have here. I just find this very annoying, this part. Maybe make it like that, but fine. It's not my decision. Okay, so we've got a authentication state provider, and then we need to get the user. So let's quickly do that. Just copy paste. Why not just keep this lowercase? Control.change. There's no control dot in here. Okay, so that's the user. We have a user, and then disable cache. So can we get like query parameters of Blazor? Apparently we can. Accessing the query parameters. Now we have that. Okay. Cool. We have to inject the URI helper, I believe. let's do that first. Okay. We have that. And then we can make use of absolute URI. Okay, the type. That's the only thing now. The only downside is to have lots of variables, which is quite annoying. Var disable cache. We'll call that. We'll get rid of this namespace. Query helpers. Do I have it control dot in here? No. It's they're using that. URI query, try get value, and we want to say disable cache query parameter. Var type, we can say okay. This is out parameter, we just do that. Don't have to use this. NL169, if I'm too fast, let me know. Then I can actually slow down a bit. Because I think this should work, and then we should have bool. Ooh, that's the thing. So we need to say I get value of bool. Is that a thing? No. Okay. Okay, so this is, okay, so first what I need to do is I need to do that, which is also quite annoying, and we say disable cache. It's a bool. We say bool.parse or try parse. You can even do it like this: bool.try parse. Disable cache string. We want to put it in out var disable cache. So what this is doing, it's first reading the disable cache, or it's trying to get that parameter. Then it's putting it into this out variable. An out variable means that it's variables only being initialized in line, and then it's assigned a value, so you can just use that value consecutively. So the same goes for bool try parse. So in this case, we're passing in a string, making it a bool, a true or false. I see. So okay, maybe it's not supposed to be so complicated, because what we have here is that's a bool. Okay, like that. Will this work? Okay, so that will work. So, no, it does not work. Cannot convert bool to out bool. So let's do that. Let's just disable cache. What will happen? I'm just gonna put a breakpoint there to see what happens. I have no idea what's gonna happen. This should compile though. Let's run it. I've got some more viewers. Hello, 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 welcome. Can I provide a value for show service? Of course, because I have not initialized that. I need to go to the startup and I need to give it some singletons and scoped variables. Boom, boom, boom. A lot of what I'm doing now is just, sticking in, copy pasting things. App start. No, that's not what I want. Do I have options? Configure, this is what I want. Boom. Let's put that on top. Great, so get rid of this one for now. YouTube show service, so that's the implementation. Let's go and get the YouTube show service. I'm not finished yet. Let's see. Go Control Shift A, I think. Was it? Add Control Shift A. It feels wonky. Control Shift A. Is it called YouTube? What is it called? YouTube shows service. Great, so the reason I'm not copying the files is because I want more control over the actual what's going on. A bunch of errors here, so let's fix them. Hosting environment will go there. Memory cache will go there. By options will include that. Control dot your live over. And then we can go down to YouTube. Got that one. Baseline service dot initialize. What is that? Oh my gosh. Baseline service. It's a Google API thing. This lives in the Google APIs package that I quickly need to install. I think it's this one, I believe. For those that are in the viewership now, welcome. Just give me a hands up if you do not know what we're doing. If you're interested, I will tell you. Okay, so we have that. Can I control dot this guy in here? YouTube beef. Okay, this is what I want. Not the other one. Not the other one. It's quite cool how it kind of hints install certain packages. I like that. Is that now installed or YouTube service? Oh, install the latest version. See on the bottom there, it's installed. And this one using. Done. Why is this not working? Okay, there we go. Control dot. I want my models to appear here. Daytime style. I don't know what that is. Include the coder. Why not? Alright, so this, what you see here is all the design data. So if there is nothing, I think that's a mock or something. I'm just trying to get this thing to build. Okay, so hosting environment. So let's just maybe fix that as we go on. Okay, so that should fix a few things. Great, run it. Hopefully I've provided all the dependencies. So now auth state, user, URI, query helper. Now it's gonna get, that's nothing. It's gonna try parse it. That's false. That's what I want. So it's gonna try parse it. So now what will happen? Disable cache 1. Just want to see what happens. False, still. Disable cache. I. Okay, so it's still a 1, so this is still false. Let's say true. That's true. Okay, so if I do anything except true or false, it will break. So let's see if we do that. Will that work? True. Okay, so it's case insensitive. If I say foo, it should be false. Yes. Let's do some emojis. I think it's cool. All these emojis flying around. I wonder, do I have 8 ball? Or how are you? You see, that's an example of one of my chatbots I have. Exclamation mark, how are you? Question mark. Okay, any case, so we have yay, Kipo. I don't know what Kipo means, but there we go. So NL169, where are you from? Let's see. Okay, so we've got a show list. We can most probably do the same here that we've done last time. So many typing things. Should I go slower? I can. I'm not sure what you mean by so many typing things, but okay. interesting. Maps it to this. Will this break? It will compile though. But I don't think this will work. Yep. Okay, so what we'll do in that case, we'll just add no list. Need to add previous shows. We need to add basically these two parameters in here. Right, so let's add them. We'll them private. Call it enumerable maybe. Previous shows. More shows URL. Now it will work. Does it need to be public though? Doesn't matter. I have no idea. Yeah, about my question, NL169, wherever you're streaming from, is it morning, midday? Where are you from? Please do share if you want. Cool. No, it doesn't break, at least. Okay, now how do we implement this on the page? Loop, loop, loop. Right, there's the banner. Okay, so we're basically almost there though. Okay, and that's the footer content. We'll just maybe copy this one. We'll go to home here. Basically what we want to do is put it in here. Am I right in saying that? I'm going to quickly run this to see what happens. Yeah. The way that to-do list thing is, we want to put it there. So if I have previous shows, in this case, that's the case. If show previous shows, this is a read only. This is interesting. Okay, let's do that. Make this private, and we can say show previous shows. Count. Actually, dot. I think I should include link. Using what's it called? Microsoft's dot. Or system.link, I would say. Link. Right, so then we have the that. Cool. Can you explain what is generics, please? Okay, so I'll try my best to explain what a generic is. So let's do this. I will create a new class, for instance, called person. Okay, so a generic is I can encapsulate certain logic without knowing the underlying type. So it's generic for a certain type. So for instance, I have a type of person, type of T that I can make, and I want to classify between, is it a I don't care if it's a customer or employee or a any entity, as long as it's a person, but I want to apply logic to it, but still no T. So for instance, I might be, typically those classes would be abstract, which means you cannot create them from scratch. But for now, let's just leave it like it is. So if you have, for instance, a let's just say a method called get, but you want to apply get on all of them, right? So you can say get me that person based on its ID. Then you can do your things. You can do your logic, right? Because you know it's gonna be a person, and it's a get. So now let's say return null for now, because I'm not gonna implement that. It does not like that, so we go default of T, which is null. But if you want to implement that, you can go class customer, and you inherit that from person, right? And you say a person of customer, right? That's it. Now if you want to use customer, let's say we've got a function called process, you can go ahead and say base.get, and see what happens there. It expects in a customer ID, so 1, and the value of that you just go to the IntelliSense here, the value of that is a customer because it's type of T. So T in this case means customer because you specified on the fly. Another example might be repositories. So a repository is a data access service that you can access specific data stores. You might want to have a repository for getting people data, and a repository for getting sales data, and a repository for getting catalog data. All these repositories, most of them have common denominators like your CRUD methods, like your reads. You're going to be getting all of them, you're going to be getting one of them, you're going to be updating one of them, you're going to be creating one of them. So instead of repeating yourself all the time in each repository, creating a method for get in each one, you could create a generic one that is a repository type of T, and still have separate repositories but less code, and then use the same example as I've done here to actually use them. It's not considered good practice though to use generics. To use generics, but pick your poison and use it how you want. Because generics kind of, yeah, I've got my opinions about generics. If you use them too much, you lose touch of what's actually need to happen. Hope that answers your question. NL169. Okay, I'm going to continue. Let's see, where am I now doing all previous shows. So I have that, and I've got that. I don't have that, so I need to get that as well. Okay, that's just the helper method. Quite cool. You can just add it here. Just now wondering, wouldn't that be maybe, I don't know, let's keep it simple. Now we have logic, right? So we can now run this. And we should have some previously recorded casts, but it's not showing up for some reason. Probably because I don't have a app settings or something. No idea. The playlist is null. Okay, there's the key missing. Okay. I need to quickly update this. And I do this by secrets. So what I need to do, just remind myself again. Tickets.net SDN code. We need to update these secrets. So I'm quickly going to update these secrets in a separate shell. Give me 1 second. .NET user secrets, is that even installed? Yeah, it is. And then I need to get them from Azure. Just on a different page, so bear with me. Okay. Need to go to a different, that one. This is even, I need to go to Martin van Stam's one, which is that one. Wrong one, sorry. SDN cast configuration. You guys can't see this because it's private. I need to have, let's maybe just copy all of them for now. I'll open up Notepad here. I just want to stick them in here. Alright, so what do we have here? We have .NET secret set, that one. I need to set to YouTube. Okay, that is oh, there we go. Here's my key. That one. I'm gonna set that one there. Could not find. Oh, darn. Hold on. If just try that again. Okay, user secrets ID. So we need to set a user secrets ID first. Okay, so quite annoying. I think maybe let's use the same user secrets ID here. User secrets ID, where are you? Okay, it's called stncast.nl. We'll just use the same one. And then we'll make anyone happy. Okay, that's been applied. What else do I need? I need to get my app settings for my storage account. We'll solve this later with managed identities. Blah blah blah. Very rough. Like that, I believe. Okay, interesting. Do I need to set this as... I think I need to do that. Okay, what? Really? Oh, darn. That will work. Okay. And I need to get my Azure AD domain, which is Azure AD domain. This guy. Stick that in there. And my post logout redirect URI. Oh, this that one, and then post. Where is it? Interesting. Do I need to set this though? I don't know. I think let's call this 5001 or something to get something going. So now that is working fine. Right, so now we are partying. So now let's see what happens. I should have settings now, and I should actually now read the right playlist. Oh no. Okay, there's that. Okay, key. Interesting. I have no idea why this is happening. Okay, live show service, load async. Try this again, just want to debug everything, yeah. There's my live show details. Do I have a YouTube cast playlist ID? I don't have that though. That is new. that is very new. Okay, so I will quickly copy it. This I can just stick it to my app settings. Isn't it even, that should be even here, right? So that should be in this app settings. Oh look, there's some keys. Oh, I can maybe use this. Maybe I can just use that. I could use that. Then it's solved, right? So I don't have to think about secrets. Now, folks, I should have a playlist, which means I should have some shows. Previous shows is null. Okay. Why is that the case? Previous shows. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe it has changed or something. That's the playlist. Show list. There is all the shows. Okay, great. And just arrows up because, okay, so maybe shouldn't be clever. Maybe I should just go back to the roots and make this a I list. There are two now. Do what? Hello Martin, I like the context. One cast. What do you mean? There are two now. One cast. I like the context. There are two now. Very cryptic. Would be nice if you can elaborate on that. But this should be working right now. What's no? Okay. 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 This is not. Thank you very much for that emote. In L169. This is a constructor thing, whereby this is too late. So it would be. What we can do is we could just go back to our enable here. We'll make this private show. Let me say false. Make this false for now. And then, Martin, this one is for you. Martin from Stam. Here are some nice emojis. Okay, so now what we can do is then say show more. Previous show is that. I think, and then this other one, you can say it's false. Well, don't have to do that because that's kind of inferred. And we can say show or show URL, which is that, and that's right. So we can do that. Thank you. You know, if you do like what ANL169 did, I just missed it now. If you go exclamation kappa gen and a number, like maybe 1000, you'll see a surprise on the screen. Cool, should try it. Just moving this code upstairs. There we go. We know what we're doing. Try it, Martin. Try it. Do a kappa gen. Will 10 work? Kappa gen. Oh, maybe try 100 instead of 10. Maybe that will work. Or even 1000. You could do 1000. Try 1000. Not working. Maybe I'm the only one that can do that. Whee! There we go, a wall of emojis. Cool. Alright, so let's not get sidetracked. The reason why this was failing is because it is not set. There's more recordings, there's a button. That should go to YouTube, as expected. Pro stream. But I don't have my show previous shows. Show previous shows dot count is bigger than 0. Do I have the right that's 15, so it needs to be 2. Right, that's fine. So I have that, and then previous shows is 15. Ah, I see, partial. I think I'm missing that one. Not rendering that. Interesting. Okay, so they've implemented a partial something. Partial view is a razor thing, which is not supported in Blazor. You have to do your own thing about it. So let's see how we're gonna sort this out. This is a partial view. It takes in a where's that page? Dum, dum. Where am I now? I'm looking for index. There we go. Yeah, fine. Yeah, this one. So it's using a partial view of YouTube show. In this case, it's this guy here. That's a show. So now it could be that this is a component. Right, so we can copy this out. And then we can make a YouTube show thumbnail. Like we have a host thumbnail, we could make a hosted called a YouTube let's call it a show thumbnail. because we're gonna be hype. I've got not all of the commands are enabled. Oh, that's concerning. Close thumbnail. Okay, so do we have a paste here that goes like that? We need a URL. That's a URL. We need that will fix that one. Thumbnail URL, of course. Just stick that one in there. As title. Okay, live broadcast content. Actually, we're gonna see. Can I open this one? You know what? Actually, what I can do instead of saying making a show and have it also as context. Because this one is context, I think. Context. I called it context, so we can say this is context. Boom. Then we can say context.url. That's not it. They don't teach you this in programming school, don't they? And then should implement that. And then, so what I was doing, I was watching Jeff Fritz's stream today, and they have a little thing about JavaScript. So if you say, if he speaks about JavaScript, he has this button on his stream deck that he presses, and it's like a horse sound that goes off. So I was like, it would be cool to have a little program running on the background that picks up your voice, and as you speak, it kind of activates this whole sound based on a wake word of JavaScript. So for instance, if you say in a sentence JavaScript, it will pick up JavaScript and it will play a whole sound automatically without you pressing the button. Might be a good project to build. But let's see, let's first finish this one. Okay, so now I've got my show. Technically I can replace show thumbnail no, not what I want. Undo. Darn. Oopsie. Guys should have stopped me. Thank you for Git. We need to go add new item. Show thumbnail. And that doesn't run. Cool. Place it in for now. Copy paste. Show thumbnail. So let's try it again. Show thumbnail. We copy this out. We replace this algebrook. That they don't teach you in programming school. Where was I? Right, so now I can go show thumbnail. Name. Why should I? I don't have to call it a name. And then the model is not model, but it's context. The context is the show. That's amazing. You need that one. And now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I present you some emoticons first, and then when it runs, you've got some shows. Oh my god. We've got some shows. And then talking about Jeff Fritz, 20 March 19. This was a cool one. Oh, I see what you mean. There are 2 live streams. And there are separate videos. Do they work? So this is Martin's, I believe. The cast that just went. And then if this thing plays along, localized, go back. Oh, okay, it's debugging. Oops. And this one should be mine. Give me offline. I don't know why. This is a boo-boo. Hey, for all the new viewers that is in the viewing panel, good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you are. Do reach out on the chat if you have any questions. What we are doing is we're building something in Blazor. We are converting our website to Blazor. Just updated to .NET Core 3 Preview 8, and it was a breeze. It was awesome. Right, so now what do we have further to do? We could do a few refactorings. Because I think it's cool to do refactorings. So I like to keep my layouts clean, you know. Well, do we? Previous recorded HTML casts. That should be a title. I agree. A row. Okay, that's silly. Oh, it's probably because of the grid. Can do a nav link. That's kind of not adding any value, but fine, we could do that. I won't really, because it's the external link, right? So I think this is fine, right? So if we run it again to make sure everything is working fine, then I think we're good to go. Yep, I think it's quite cool working. Let's quickly fix that footer. It's been irritating me for a while. So quickly, let's go to the footer component. Right footer. And I think we should just add a container to it. Then we're fine. Kill that one there. Done. Oh, nice. We have that footer there. It's not center though, but it's fine. Because I think the proper website has a nicely centered one. but we'll fix it later. I don't even think we need to do that container thing. Let's not do that. Okay. Great stuff. Commit. Implemented rest of home page. Think. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Great. So now my question is, if I push this up now to the Azure environment without any secrets, will that still work? That's cool music, by the way. It's my style. Now we all know we get the servers unavailable. Oh no. Oh no. A specific version of what? Okay, let's breathe, because I think the newer update needs to be installed though. Thank you for that emoji icon. I don't know what it means. Let's investigate. What is this problem? Let's quickly restart the site. I think it has something to do with the runtime that's not being updated. Something's happening. Please don't break. Oh yeah. Okay, so what did we do last time? We went down to extensions or something. Here. Let's see if there's an update. Of course, we are using .NET Core 3.0. Oh, yes, there's an update. Okay, so now we're updating the runtime. So remember how this works. We don't ship our application with our runtime at this stage, because we trust that the cloud that we are putting the application to have the runtime already. But if this was another cloud provider like, I don't know, Amazon or someone, and you don't know what you're going to get, you could ship your runtime by publishing your website with your runtime included to that host, and it will work without these updates. Now when I restart, it should work. Yes. Let's do some emojis. Oh look, it's the actual it's old ones of 2015, but fine. It's not the real ones. What I could do there is I can quickly fix it by copying the settings from our site and sticking it into the preview site to see if it works. 1 second. What do we have here? All this kind of stuff that's not really necessary. Okay, this is a bit annoying. Open up Notepad. Can't really see what's happening there. Okay, so we don't need that. Okay, we don't need that. Darn. Do we need that? We probably would need that. Domain we would need, admin users we would need. The rest of the things I don't think it is necessary because it's all current stuff. So what we'll do is I'll just copy this now on the other screen. Switch directory. Go to my preview site. My pretty preview site. Advanced edit, and then we'll just stick them in there. And that should work, ladies and gentlemen. Now, look closely and pay attention. The 4 mock items, yes it is. Look now, attempting to reconnect to server. So I've updated something. Let's retrying. Let's just reload and see what happens. Boom. And look, there's all my shows. What? There we go. 1 Capagen, 2 Capagen. There's a few. Okay, that should be the normal ones. I think what is this one? Is this the one? Actually, the old one. This is not the live one though. This is not the live one because the live one has not been updated yet. I think. It uses show details, which is this one, and then it needs to update that for now. Okay, but we will continue later on the other one. My question is, should we update that? We can't because we don't have an update section yet. Yeah, it's downloading that blob locally, I believe. Okay, cool. Look at the time, folks. It's 11 o'clock. It's way past my bedtime. Okay, I've already committed, which is fine. Way past my bedtime. Look, it's me. I'm frozen. That is quite cool. Hold on. Hopefully that will reset in 1 second. ANO169, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Let's go back to me again. Full screen. Is this? No, this thing is broken. My camera is broken. My big nice camera. But thank you for everyone that has attended tonight's stream. Hopefully you have learned something. I definitely had learned something. And have a good night. And like always, if you have not subscribed or follow me, let's see if we can build great things using .NET and Blazor. I am out with all emojis. Thank you very much, guys. I love it. See you again. another time next week. Cheers.